So guess what? There's some new poll numbers. CNN's got some new poll numbers. And what are the new poll numbers? The answer just may surprise you. Or will it? Let's go right to CNN's Jake Tapper.
Florida voters and Ohio voters who now support, a plurality of them, Mr. Trump. And this is a difference from just a month ago.
Yeah, I mean, this is now mirroring what we've seen nationally, that since...
First of all, every time I see this guy, I just want to go, "You're killing me, Larry!" Okay. Okay. That's just, I think, for people in California.
The last few weeks, a real tightening of the race, momentum on Mr. Trump's side in some cases. Jake, these are two critical battleground states. As you know, Florida and Ohio, here are our new numbers. Donald Trump, 47%, Hillary Clinton, 44%, Gary Johnson, 6%, Jill Stein, 1%. That's among likely voters in Florida. Take a look at Ohio. Ohio, Donald Trump, 5 points ahead here, 46% to 41%. Gary Johnson down at 8, Jill Stein down at 2. Remember, that's likely voters in Ohio. Among the broader universe of registered voters in both states, we see that Donald Trump doesn't get quite as big of a lead as he does when we screen for likely voters, the most enthusiastic voters. Take a look at independent voters. Critical group, Donald Trump winning by 10 points among independent voters in Florida. Take a look at independent voters in Ohio. Donald Trump also in Ohio doing much better than Hillary Clinton by 8 points here among independent voters. This is part of why he's leading in these critical battlegrounds.
Way to go, Democrats. Way to go, Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Way to go, Joan Walsh. Way to go, MSNBC. Way to go. Way to go, CNN. Way to go. You rigged the system for a horrible candidate, someone who's not even a progressive, who's not even a liberal, because when if she does become president, no matter who becomes president, if it's Trump or Hillary, we're going to have to fight. I'm going to have to fight either of them against the TPP. I'm going to have to fight either of them against fracking. I'm going to have to fight both parties to get single-payer health care. I'm going to have to fight both parties to get $15 minimum wage. I'm going to have to fight both parties to stop our war machine. I'm going to have to fight both parties to re-regulate Wall Street. That's why there's no difference. And so people go, well, I want a little bit of a change. Hillary's horrible. I know where we're at right now is horrible, and she's promising more of the same. 50% of all wage earners earn less than $30,000 in America. You think they're going to be excited to vote for Hillary Clinton because they're afraid of Trump? They're not. What do you think of this, Ron? Ron Placone's here with us.
Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I know that there is a thing from Politicus USA that said some of these polls didn't factor in anyone under 50. So I think there is part of this where they're just trying to, again, keep up the horse race because that's better for their ratings and stuff like that. But there's definitely the glaring truth that Hillary Clinton this is an unpopularity contest, big time, like more so than ever before in like any of our lifetimes, probably. And you were talking about transparency in a past video, and I think that if Hillary Clinton would come out and be like, "Look, I know the progressives are disappointed with me, and I know that there's certain issues where I don't have your back, but I'm going to surround myself with the right people. When it comes to fracking, I promise you I will take the peer-reviewed science into consideration. I will be advised by the right folks." Then I might feel a little better, and I think a lot of progressives would. No, but she hasn't done that yet.
But instead she did the opposite. She picked Ken Salazar, who's the king of fracking, to be her transition chief, right? So that means he's going to fill a lot of positions with people who are pro-frack. I mean, it's just horrible. They became Republicans. The Democrats have become Republicans, and you wonder why the Democratic base isn't excited for you and why you're having a hard time beating an orangutan clown. Oh, I can't be. Really? All the resources of Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and the Democratic Party and Wall Street and the military-industrial complex and Big Pharma and frackers and oil, and you still can't pull ahead of an orangutan. And that's why, because what Howard Dean said in 2003 is, if you want to know why half the country isn't voting, it's because you got to give them something to vote for. And Hillary Clinton gives you nothing to vote for. All she gives you is something to vote against, which is Donald Trump, which does not get people off their ass to vote, which is why likely voters are kicking her ass. Way to go, Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Way to go, MSNBC. Way to go, Joan Walsh. Way to go. This is great. Great work. You fucking rigged the system for a shittier candidate who's less liberal, and you smeared a real liberal. What are you guys? What are you?